President Biden will be in Wisconsin today, just one day after his State of the Union address, to discuss his bipartisan infrastructure law. And as we reach day 7 of conflict, the Russian attacks on Ukraine's crowded cities intensifies. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in. President Biden is headed out to sell the American public on items he laid out in last night's State of the Union address. One of his first stops, Wisconsin. Natalie Brand has the latest.
President Biden left the White House and headed to the swing state of Wisconsin, fresh off his first State of the Union address. While the president's trip will focus on his domestic agenda, the war in Ukraine took center stage Tuesday night with a bipartisan show of support for Ukraine and the international response.
The only part I agreed with was the part on Ukraine. We need to stand united. We need to work with our NATO partners and allies.
Ukraine's ambassador to the U.S. was one of the First Lady's special guests, and the president said the U.S. will continue to provide humanitarian and military aid. Senate leaders are now working on an assistance package.
There are very good discussions going on about that right now. The best place to include it is in the upcoming omnibus bill, and that's what we intend to get done.
But there are also bipartisan calls for the president to punish Russia with sanctions against their oil and gas industry and to expand drilling in America to offset the global supply.
Russia's a big producer of oil, so we've got to step up and fill that gap when it comes to liquid fuels.
The president's domestic agenda faces a much tougher sell in an equally divided Senate. Facing the highest inflation in decades, the president continues to push his Build Back Better agenda, which he says will help struggling families.
Well, what we do is we pass the legislation that we have been pushing, which will bring down these costs and make living more affordable for working people.
But Democratic Senator Joe Manchin remains opposed to the plan, telling reporters last night, quote, "I've never found that you can lower costs by spending more."
I've heard so many good things from...
Meanwhile, Senate Democrats immediately turned their focus towards Supreme Court nominee Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, whose confirmation process is now getting underway. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
As we mentioned, President Biden will visit Wisconsin today. He's expected to talk about the bipartisan infrastructure bill that'll help fix roadways and other surfaces nationwide. Some of the funds from that bill will be used by Wisconsin and Minnesota to repair the Blatnick Bridge between the two states. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Austin has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. A little cooler today, but not bad.
It really does still feel so nice outside, even though we do have a lot of cloud cover overhead and even a few sprinkles that we saw pass through a few spots earlier today. But for right now, most of us are looking to stay dry for a majority of the rest of the afternoon and evening. There is going to be a chance to see a passing rain shower, however, and with those temperatures at 41 degrees, it feels quite nice outside. Doppler track does show those very light precipitation moving through. For some of us, especially north of Dane County, we still are seeing a few of those flurries and lighter snow showers, but right around Dane County and farther to the south, that's where we're looking at just a rain chance for much of the rest of the day. And it's only about a 30% chance that we'll see that here moving forward. But our temperatures, notice how it is a bit cooler up in our northern communities. 38 in Wautoma, 36 in Wisconsin Dells. Here in Madison, it's 41, and we even have some middle to upper 40s down south. Platteville at 48 degrees. Wind speeds looking quite nice as well, just around 5 miles per hour for most of us. And for the rest of tonight, we're still going to hang on to the cloud cover, that chance to see a passing rain shower, but temperatures will cool back down below freezing for tonight. Will we see any snowfall? And what about later on into the work week? I'll have an update and a look at your extended forecast coming up here a little bit later on.
It is March after all.
Yeah, average temperatures are rising.
All right. Thank you, Austin. Russia and Ukraine both say they are ready to resume peace talks, but nothing has been scheduled as the attacks on Ukraine continue. Deborah Alfarone has the latest.
The Russian military has intensified its bombardment of major cities across Ukraine. In Kharkiv, Russian missiles heavily damaged a government building. Just 80 miles west of the capital, firefighters battled a blaze in the aftermath of a suspected Russian airstrike. The mayor said the target was a residential building near a hospital. At least 4 people died, including a young child. In the south, Russians have launched sweeping offensives on strategic port cities along the Black Sea. With the Russians advancing, Ukrainian soldiers and civilians are digging in, determined to defend their nation, whatever the cost. Speaking from a heavily guarded compound, Ukraine's president pleaded for more help. He says if Ukraine falls, Russian troops will be on Poland's border.
President Biden had some tough words for Russia last night. He vowed to make President Vladimir Putin pay a price for his invasion of Ukraine.
He rejected repeated efforts at diplomacy. He thought the West and NATO wouldn't respond. He thought he could divide us at home, in this chamber, in this nation. He thought he could divide us in Europe as well. But Putin was wrong.
The crisis has forced people from all over Ukraine to try to get out. The UN said almost 900,000 people have fled to neighboring countries. This woman says thanks to all the kind people who helped them. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Washington.
And more economic backlash for Russia as Apple has stopped selling iPhones and other products to Russia, saying it's deeply concerned about the invasion of Ukraine. Local businesses and education leaders are calling on elected officials to invest a portion of the state's budget surplus into K-12 education. Officials with the Madison School District and Madison Public School Foundation say the state's $5.5 billion surplus offers an historic opportunity to invest in Wisconsin schools. They're asking for some of the surplus to be used for an inflationary adjustment of $343 per student and a 50% reimbursement rate to support students with disabilities.
We've been fiscally responsible for years now. We have. But we come to a point now where we must take the lead of what the Madison Public Schools Foundation is asking us to do. Act now to invest.
A letter outlining the proposals will be sent to state lawmakers. It was signed by over 200 business organizations and school districts across the state. And in case you missed it, the Wisconsin men's basketball team are Big Ten champions after beating the Purdue Boilermakers in dramatic fashion last night. The game went down to the wire when Purdue guard Jaden Ivey tied the game with 8 seconds left. But that was just enough time for freshman Badger point guard Chucky Hepburn to hit the game-winning shot with 1 second left in the game. The Badgers can claim the outright Big Ten title with a win against Nebraska on Sunday. Exciting game that was. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
Rising gas prices continue to plague drivers, and no coins needed, a token of digital art from a modern-day vending machine. I'm Diane King Hall at the CBS Broadcast Center. I'll have those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Steinhafel's biggest President's Day sale has been extended. There's still time to save big. Start with 35 to 55% off throughout the entire store. And then get great bonus buys like this accent chair, now just $99. A swivel bar stool, only $2.99. Beauty Rest Queen mattress, just $3.99. This queen bed, only $7.99. All this and so much more. Steinhafel's biggest President's Day sale ever has been extended. Relax, it's Steinhafel's.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk so they can actually see how this works. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is wholly words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
yeah.
You would... your morning routine.
It absolutely could be a daily thing, but the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. Apply it underneath your eyes, fine line wrinkles, forehead lines. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
News 3 Now is always on.
Get the Channel 3000 app, activate the push alerts, and we will send you breaking news, traffic, and weather alerts as it happens.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
Gas prices continue to surge amid a jump in oil prices pushed higher by the Russia-Ukrainian war. The price of a gallon of regular is now more than $3.65 on average. That's according to AAA. Last month, prices were more than a quarter cheaper. California has the most expensive gas at more than $4.86 a gallon, while Arkansas has the cheapest. Exxon Mobil is joining the growing list of companies pulling out of Russia. The company says it will wind down operations at its last oil and gas project there. Exxon currently holds a 30% stake in its Russian venture. The exit ends more than 25 years of Exxon's ongoing business presence in Russia. There's a new list of Americans' top financial regrets. Chief among them is not starting a retirement plan sooner. That's according to a new one poll study. 43% of people regret not paying attention to their credit score, and more than a third regret overspending on credit cards. And now you can get more than a Snickers and soda from a vending machine. A company called Neon has rolled out the first in-person NFT vending machine in New York City. It offers unique QR codes priced at $6 and $420. They're redeemable online for a digital token for art. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane King Hall.
Thank you, Diane. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 623 points. The NASDAQ up 169. The S&P 500 up 75. There's still more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Pam's back with a look at today's farm numbers, and Howard's got a fish recipe just in time for Ash Wednesday. Plus, the week of warm weather continues. Could we see temperatures in the 50s this weekend? Austin has your complete forecast next.
Another injury claim.
Another denial.
What's the status of that car accident?
Denied it this morning.
Good. Not a fan of paying high medical bills.
Our doctor totally came through.
Good. Let's make sure we do the same thing on the next one.
Denying. It's what we do. They called the law offices of Huppy and Abraham. Should we settle this one?
Call Huppy and Abraham right now. Tell the insurance company you mean business.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pills and inferior technology that hurts and just masks your ED. Fix it for good. The best part, our ED treatment is non-invasive, painless, and you can get back to your natural functionability after just a few short in-office sessions. Call us today and mention this ad, and your initial consultation is free. We are Madison's trusted specialist and only national erectile dysfunction provider. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
He should have used his power to serve Wisconsin. Instead, Ron Johnson served himself. An investigation found that Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. After the loophole became law, Ron Johnson cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. Look up the facts and tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Some say this drug can stop crippling depression in just hours.
Sort of like doing a reboot on your brain.
And it just got more accessible. Mark Kane takes you to the area's first ketamine clinic for a closer look tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Do fitness centers turn you off? Josh Breider takes you to the Ungym. Learn how they're making members of all ages, shapes, and abilities feel welcome.
Plus, we're continuing to track that weekend rain chance. That's tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee in the Midwest Farm Report. How was the cheese contest?
Super fun. One of those examples of why I love my job. It was so fun. There's 53 different judges from all around the world that are going to have to try to make their way through more than 2,900 different types of cheeses. And guess what cheeses I thought about yesterday? So I sampled water buffalo yogurt and buffalo yogurt. I'll go with the water buffalo yogurt if I got to go. It's just another example of some of the interesting entries that we got this year. Don Umhafer, Executive Director of the Wisconsin Cheesemakers, which hosts, said this year you will see yak cheese from Tibet, back after 2 years ago. We also have Icelandic cheese. Cow's milk, but a little different presentation. We have donkey cheese. So, like I said, this is why I love my job. Every day there's something different. The World Champion Cheese Contest obviously continues through tomorrow. About 2 o'clock tomorrow, they're going to announce the world champion. You can follow along worldchampioncheese.org. And my staff has been down there this morning. If you want to see some of the pictures of the activity, Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook. So, the UW-Madison College of Ag and Life Sciences made an announcement today impacting the future of the Farm and Industry Short Course. Now, let me remind you, the Farm and Industry Short Course is a very storied, long-standing program that started in Wisconsin with the idea of allowing farmers to come from the farm to campus to pick up educational emphasis and then go back to the farm. They have now announced that they are going to switch from a 4-credit on-campus residential experience that covers 16 weeks to a more flexible non-credit format to try to meet the changing needs of Wisconsin agriculture. Students had mixed emotions last night when they were told about it, and I've been visiting with staff members and the director today. More will be available this afternoon at MidwestFarmReport.com, Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook. That's kind of a big announcement, and I'm sure a lot of alumni are going to want to learn more, as well as prospective students. I'll keep you posted. I'm running out of time now, though, so I got to tell you, barrel cheese down $1.50 at $1.92. 40-pound black cheese up 2.5, $2.05.5. The AA butter today down $1.50, $2.67 3/4. Between World Cheese Championship and the big announcement on Farm and Industry Short Course, I could go for another hour or so, but I think everybody's kind of curious what's going on with this weather out there, too.
I'm curious about the donkey cheese.
I didn't try that one. I wasn't offered that one. I don't
even want to think about it.
I wasn't offered that one. So I know. I was impressed that the water buffalo yogurt tasted as fantastic as it did.
Well, there you go. We'll see who wins tomorrow. Thank you, Pam. Here's Austin now with the forecast. Is the warm-up going to continue?
Oh, it will. We're really going to be on the up and up here. And now all I can think about is cheese. I made some cheese curds last night in my air fryer. And after that conversation that was just had, I'm probably going to have to do the same again here for tonight. But a look outside, we are still dealing with mostly cloudy skies. And that is going to be the case for much of the rest of today. A few things of note. The 40s are back today. We do have the 50s in the forecast. But we are going to see a few cooler days here and there. And a pretty rainy Saturday ahead of us. A possibility to see a rain shower still on Friday, but I'd say it's about as good of a chance as we have to see a rain shower for the rest of today. And this is about what we're looking at right now. Mostly cloudy skies, that one lone cell of rain showers between Wisconsin Dells and Lone Rock. But notice how some of this precipitation, the farther south it travels, it just quickly transitions over into rainfall. And that's because our temperatures are still in those lower 40s for a lot of southern Wisconsin. Just our northern communities still trapped in those upper 30s. But taking a look statewide here, not really a lot of precipitation to talk about, and that's even statewide. So this is definitely on the lighter side of things in terms of precipitation for today. Future track does show those 40s sticking around for the rest of the day. However, later on, still a possibility, especially towards the evening, to see an additional flurry, maybe a lighter snow shower, especially as those temperatures do start to drop again after the sun sets. But then we're going to quickly clear things out afterwards. Temperatures tomorrow morning in the upper teens for some, but most of us are going to see those lower 20s 70s yet again. And then for the afternoon tomorrow, not as warm. Thursday is going to be that day where we actually do cool things back down. Only the 30s for those high temperatures, but that's not going to last very long. We will quickly see that rising right back up. Some 40s look to return here by the time we actually do reach Friday. Now, jumping into the weekend, still late in the day on Friday, I still do think there's a small potential to actually see a lighter rain shower, but most likely scenario is we're going to hold off on those rain showers until we actually do reach Saturday. We may now even hear a few rumbles of thunder with this rain on the way here for the weekend, and it does look to linger into the early part of Sunday morning. Even on the back end of this system, there is going to be a small potential on Sunday morning to actually see a few flurries here and there, but it's not really going to amount to much of anything. High temperature trend, average high is now 37 degrees. Some days are below that. A lot of days are above that, however. Lots of 40s in the forecast. Saturday shoots up there with that high of 56 degrees. Saturday's also going to be that day where we are expecting that rainfall to return. A possibility of some thunderstorms as well. Temperatures cool down quickly afterwards. Monday, that high down to 37. So that's going to be quite the dip after Saturday, but that's still average. Saturday is going to be about 20 degrees above average. So I don't know about you, Mark, but I'm pretty excited about that, even though we're going to see rain.
Yeah, 56 degrees. All right, thank you, Austin. On this Ash Wednesday, Howard's got a tasty fish recipe in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen that he says you'll want to make over and over again in the weeks to come.
With today being Ash Wednesday, Christians around the world are receiving ashes to recognize the beginning of Lent. And beyond the many observances that take place during this time, many of you will be eating a lot more fish. So to help keep things exciting, we came up with a new fish dish that I know you're going to love. We start off by cutting about 1.5 pounds of fish fillets into individual portions. Or even easier, you can buy them pre-portioned from the freezer case. We lay them on a baking dish and set them aside for a sec while we mix together some sour cream, Parmesan cheese, paprika, and a little salt and pepper. Now, we spoon this over each fillet and finish them off with a bit of Italian breadcrumbs. This is going to add a ton of flavor. Right before popping these in the oven, we drizzle on some melted butter, and that's it. And if you're wondering what's the best fish to use, we like a mild whitefish like cod, haddock, or farm-raised catfish. When this comes out of the oven piping hot, you'll get the creaminess of the sour cream blended with the Parmesan, which is one amazing combo. It's so good, I hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our sour cream crown fish fillets, so you'll have a new way to keep things interesting. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a flavor-packed way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, next at noon, are you thinking of switching up your traditional St. Patrick's Day meal? Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council shares some new recipes when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the power swabs.
I think white teeth are absolute sexy magnets. I love it.
Power swabs have really made a huge difference on the entire quality and color of my teeth, and I'm very, very happy with them.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth for hot drinks, ice cream, anything hot or cold. Really, really sensitive teeth. With the power swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems. It is so fast. It is effective.
Great thing about power swabs is that it's just easy to use. To me, it's the best solution for teeth whitening on the market.
Introducing Power Swabs, the 5-minute stain-removing and whitening treatment. Apply the Step 1 stain-removing cleanser. Use the swab to get in between teeth, around edges, as the blue cleansing detergent is thin enough to get into pores to release stains. Open Swab 2. Duplicate the process. Instantly see up to a full 2-shade difference. That's powerful. Forget gooey trays. Save a fortune on electronics. Forget slippery strips. Imagine your teeth up to 6 shades whiter in a week. Call or visit us online now, and we'll send you the complete Power Swab system. 7 cleansing swabs, 7 Power Swab foaming whitening swabs. Thanks for celebrating hundreds of thousands of satisfied smiles. We're offering them to you right now for this incredible discount. We'll pay your shipping and handling. If you're not fully satisfied, even after day 1, return it for your money back. Laugh more, smile more, enjoy life more. Call right now or go online now, and we've been authorized for a limited time to include our on-the-go Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick. It's a $19.95 value, free. With this complete offer, you are saving over 40%. Call or go online now. Brighten your smile and your life now.
Wouldn't pour OJ this way. And you don't have to pour paint this way either. Try Dutch Boy Platinum Plus paint in the twist and pour container with a built-in spout. Easy to hold, open, and pour. Right now at Menards, get 11% off everything, including Dutch Boy paint.
Welcome back. Angie Horkin from the Wisconsin Beef Council joins us once again. She has some new corned beef recipes for St. Patrick's Day. Hi, Ange.
Hello. Can you believe it's March already?
It's hard to believe.
I know. Well, the weather's starting to feel like spring. So, yeah, it's corned beef season, one of our favorite holidays at the Wisconsin Beef Council. So, of course, you know, if you're one of those people maybe that only splurges on corned beef once a year, making it for St. Patty's Day, visit our website, beeftips.com. We've got all the tips and tricks and recipes that will help you. The key to making a successful corned beef brisket is time. This cut takes a little bit of time to tenderize. So it's perfect for the slow cooker. Run that all day on low while you're at work on Thursday on St. Patty's Day, or in the oven for a couple hours in a stock pot. You want to remember a lot of liquid and a tight-fitting lid because this needs to be tenderized. And then, two, you could smoke your corned beef brisket. That's what I'm doing this year. And I got one here, and this does take a significant amount of time too. So you want to dedicate 5 or 6 hours, but it's really good on the smoker. So I did it. I brought it up to 165 degrees internal temp, just on the smoking grill grate, and I had my smoker set at like 250, 275. Kept it between that temperature range, and then I took it and put it in this foil pan with all of my veggies, my cabbage, my red potatoes, onion. I even threw in a parsnip and some carrots, and then filled it half full of liquid. Just water would be good, or you could use beef broth or beer, and then put it back on and cover it for a couple more hours, and your vegetables cook right alongside your corned beef. And your corned beef's ready when it's fork tender. So, and really scientifically, that means you can put a dinner fork in it and pull it out with little resistance, and then it's ready to go. So
quickly, you have a soup recipe. We have about 30 seconds left.
Oh, yeah. So then if you go to the website, beeftips.com, we've got a lot of recipes using corned beef like it as an ingredient. So I've got a slow cooker soup here with corned beef and cabbage and all the fixings in it. And then these are little beer puffs with a corned beef filling. So you can use leftover or planned over, save some corned beef from your meal, or deli corned beef into recipes like this. So beeftips.com, go there, check it out. We've got everything you need to know about corned beef so you can have a great March and a great St. Patty's Day. And it's all brought to you by Wisconsin's beef and dairy farmers through the Beef Checkoff.
All right, Ange, thank you. We'll see you later. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Sounds good.
Here's also one final check of the forecast.
Forecast is looking pretty good here for much of the rest of today. There is going to be that chance to see a passing rain shower. High temperature of 45 degrees for today. A little bit cooler for tomorrow with that high of 31. I'm watching out for Saturday with some rain and thunderstorms and a high of 56.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.